To all the party people in the place to be, we are back here again. Parcel Simulator for the Tier 10 build. We hope that everybody's doing fine on this day, evening, night, morning, wherever you find yourself in the world, whatever time of day it is that you are watching this. We hope you are doing well and we hope that you are happy. Now that we've taken care of all the trash, we're going to get into the Tier 10 build video. I'm gonna do this a little different. So the last two build videos I did, I made the video of me building everything, and the videos were quite long. And so what I wanted to try with the Tier 10 build was I went ahead and did everything, and then I'm just gonna run you guys through it. So this will be a really short video, but you know, just to see if this format it works better for everybody. So make sure you leave a comment and let me know if you like the short format where we just walk through what the build is, or do you like the longer format where you're getting to watch me put everything together and build everything piece by piece. So let me know that in the comments below. So getting into the tier 10 video, so we did unlock tier 10, and with tier 10 we bought the automatic exports, so now we don't have to watch all the bays. It'll automatically send everything down when it gets full. So that was a really good upgrade there. On the parcel types, we bought the insulated boxes. I'm sorry, the hard shell containers. So that unlocked at tier 10. So now we're getting $15 per package. And then on the shop, I don't think it unlocked anything on the shop. Oh, it unlocked the large pallet. That's what it unlocked. So anyway, what we ended up doing was we upgraded the intake. So the intake, we added 3 of the large shelves on, or sorry, yeah, 3. We did 3 of the large cells on both sides, and this just allows all the product to queue up and make it through, so that way we're processing the maximum amount of storage possible. So that was the first change that we made. And then the second change that you're going to notice over the tier 9 build is we now have 2 sets of scanning and processing. So we've got this bay over here. All the packages come off, they go through, they queue through the racks, and then they come in here to get scanned for the sticker. If the sticker's red, it goes and exits to the red bay. If it's green, it goes on this fast track. And if it doesn't have a sticker, it goes on the normal inbound. So what I've also done is tier 10 also unlocked paint. And so I bought paint. And so that was the other thing I bought. So now we have access to paint. And you can get these different colors. Now what I don't like is that like the paint has like this gold color. But then on the large racks, it's like yellow or orange. So I really wish the colors were the same colors. And then this orange that is the rack is not the same orange that is the paint. So if you look, this is orange paint, and then this is the orange rack. And so it's 2 completely different shades of orange, which is a little bit annoying. So the color scheme that I went with was all of my intake is orange. All of my error tracks are red. My fast track, so the boxes that come in pre-approved green, that is this pink color. So pink notates the fast track, and then these are supposed to be orange even though they're like a brown. So that is the intake, and then everything related to the air is green because when we unlocked the air thing, it was already default color green. We made all the boat stuff blue, and we made the train stuff yellow. All right, so now that we got all the color schemes down, so the intake comes in orange. If it's an error, it goes out red. If it's a green sticker, it goes out on the pink fast track. And then everything else goes to get processed. And so this side goes through these stations. And so then it's going to scan the weight. It's going to scan the number, the country, the cargo, the stamp. It'll do the inspection for the prohibited contents. And anything that errors out just jumps on the error track and goes down into the error bay. Everything that passes will come over this hump right here. It'll come down and it'll get this green sticker. And then it'll merge in. And so the fast track comes in this side, and then the fast track merges in. It skips the green sticker because it doesn't need a green sticker, and then everything goes through the 2 sorting mechanisms from the tier 9 build. So airplane goes that way, ships go that way, trains and trucks go this way, and then trucks are split out and trains are split out. And so that's the processing from that side. So then this bay goes through what was our original track. And so it comes through here. It goes along these rails. It gets scanned for a sticker. If the sticker is red, it goes out on the air track. If it's green, it has its own fast track. And then if it doesn't have a sticker, then it goes through every one of these scanning stations. Anything that fails a scan immediately goes out, gets a red sticker, and errors out. And then anything that passes goes in and merges here. And it merges with the other side and then gets a green sticker. And then after that, everything gets sorted accordingly. And so one of the things you'll notice is that I have 2 tracks of scanning, but I have 1 green sticker station. I have 1 red sticker station. And then I also have 1 set of sorting. So basically processing everything twice, scanning, stickering, sorting once. So, you know, I could try to do double sorting and this and that, where, you know, I played around with the idea of having these things feed out and then it doing its own sorting and like bridging in and merging in with these guys over here. But I feel like these machines scan slow enough that doubling up the sorting and the stickering has not slowed anything down. So the scanners are the bottleneck, not the sorting and the stickering. So being that these are the bottleneck, I guess the next thing to do is like upgrade these to like level 2 to make them scan faster or something like that. I'll play with that when I have more extra money. But yeah, with the scanners being the bottleneck, doubling up the scanners essentially doubles the throughput. And then there's never a bottleneck on any of the stickers or sorting. So there's no issues there. So yeah, so that is the setup. Now the other thing that I changed with the tier 10 build, starting down here with the trains, because the trains don't run on Saturday or Sunday. So I built in 5 of the large racks. So I had 1 large rack, and then I ran Saturday's processing, and the large rack was already full, and the conveyor was backing up. And I was like, okay, I still got to do Sunday, and I'm already full. So I just expanded it to 5. I think I filled up like 2.5. So today is, I think, today's Tuesday, I think. Let's check the tablet. So yeah, no, today's Wednesday. So on Monday, I had like a rack and a half or something like that, 2.5 racks. So I, you know, some of these are overkill, but like, you know, whatever. It's just money. And then so then I did the same thing over here on the boat. I added 5 racks. Same as over there. Just boat only runs once a week on Tuesday. So I've got a full week of packages, but I tend to not get as many boats as I do airplanes. And so when we come over here to airplane, you're going to see that I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 racks. One of them is still the original small rack, but the other ones are large. Airplane turned out to be a problem. So airplane you run on Wednesday and Friday. And what happened is on the Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you can see how many air packages I have. Like 3 full large racks, a full medium rack. I got almost, I mean, this is not quite full. This is not quite half full, but it probably is about half when you count all the packages. So if you take away that, I mean, I'm almost at 4 full. I'm like at 4 full large racks and some change just off of those 2 days. So I built in 6 racks here for this. Why am I just talking? Let me turn it on. I could have had it running while I was doing all this talking. So anyway, That's why I have so many racks on the airplane side, because airplane was getting a ton. And then what I'll do is, if this is still backing up, I can add another one here. I can add another one here. I can add another one here. So I can fit 3 more along this line. So it is an air day. So let me unpause it, and we will start getting all those things out of here. So it's air, truck, and train. All right. So we'll stay paused on the ship, and make sure this is on over here. Yeah, that's still on from yesterday. Okay, cool. All right. So that is the tier 10 build. So everything runs, everything scans. I think I'm doing like 180 packages a day with just truck and train. And then, you know, I'll probably do over 200 with all these boxes here. So yeah, so that's this is the setup. This is how everything's working. This is in the wrong spot. No. Yeah, it goes like that. There we go. Yeah, now it's working. Cool. So that is the tier 10 build. So hit me up in the comments below if you like the short form format where I just kind of walk you through the build and everything that's set up and how it's working, or if you prefer actually seeing everything get built. The next video we will do the tier 11 build. So tier 11 unlocks for 3,700. So we got enough money for that. And then if we look at the tablet, on the upgrades, we don't get flooring until tier 14. On the parcel types, we own everything. On the licenses, we own everything. And then in the shop, I don't think anything unlocks with tier 11. I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, so some tables unlock at 12 and at 14. So yeah, so we pretty much got everything unlocked. So the tier 11 build, I guess we'll see whatever's behind this wall, and then we'll deal with that. You know what? Let's go ahead and see what's behind there now. So we'll purchase tier 11 gives. Oh, we got another bay. So tier 11 gives us. Okay, so we have the option to do another plane and another boat. But the plane and the boat obviously don't go on the same days. So you'll need a pauser and you'll need 2 inputs. So you almost need like an airplane input here, a boat input here, and then a pauser on both, and then like a little merger thing here where it can send it down the ramp. Okay, that might be interesting to play with, because what I think I might do, once I get the entire warehouse unlocked, what I may do is rework this middle floor over here and try to figure out this thing with a queue for the train. And that way, when I come in during the day, all I need to do is come hit the correct pausers and start the day. Because with the automatic sending down, like, you know, these airplanes over here, look at all these boxes that have already been processed, and I've not had to hit that button once because it auto hits it. That was perfect timing because it auto clicked it right when I walked over here. But yeah, so we're making $1,800 per drop of 16 packages. So yeah, I don't know. So tier 11 is only this bay, but I got everything over there the way it needs to be. So I'm not sure that tier 11 changes anything. So do we have enough money to unlock tier 12? We do. Let's unlock tier 12. Let's see how this changes things. Ooh, that's interesting. So we have now unlocked more boxes. Okay, so we have another bay. All right, and that bay. Okay, so I wonder if those. Okay, so maybe what the game intends is that that bay goes to these bays over here. So there's, you know, plane and boat, there's train, there's truck, there's the rejects for this guy, And then these two guys go over there to that one. That's interesting, because I could also take this bay and make it come into this section, and then we could make this side over here, like make it just run these bays, so it could have boat, plane, errors, and then truck and train there, and it could come in here, and then just be this one side for that one bay. Okay, cool. So that's 12. We also unlocked the launcher. The launcher conveyor. That's interesting. So I guess that throws packages across the room. That might be pretty cool. I guess you use it in place of the bridge. Because one of the things I did notice is these bridges right here. They're pretty slow. Because what happens is when the package needs to wait, it waits right here on this corner, and then it crosses all the way over. So it creates a little bit of a gap. But anyway, we're getting all off into the weeds. What is this? Should we go ahead and buy 13? Because why do a tier 12 build? I'm making like tons of money per day. So let's do one more. We'll do one more. So the next video will be tier 13. Yeah, see, there we go. Now there's 2 more bays. Okay. Yeah, so next build is going to be a tier 13 build. We're going to take these 2 bays. We're going to work them into our setup. We've got this extra bay over here, so where we can sort things out. So yeah, that'll be the tier 13 build. Here's all the extra straight ones from when I put in all the additional things. I got a bunch of straight stuff over. All right, cool. Well, we're gonna end the video right here. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the shorter content where we just walk through the build and you don't see me build it, let me know that in the comments as well. One of the other things I can do is I can make 2 videos. I can do one video of me actually constructing the build, and then do a second video that's a shorter form where I walk through it. So if you want to see both or have the option to see both, drop that in the comments below as well. And with that, we wish you all a great day, evening, night, wherever you are, and we will see you in the next one. Peace out.